What you're about to see is an excerpt from the Froknows Photo Guide to building your online presence. Now, if you'd like to watch the full version for free, head on over to froknowsphoto.com/branding. But for now, enjoy this excerpt. So, cover pages. What are they for? How do you make them? Who should have them? Now, again, depending on what type of creative you are, you can decide whether you want photos on the front, do you want video, do you want music playing? Now, music playing is a good choice if you are a musician, but not to autoplay. We'll talk about that in just a second. But a lot of website builders out there allow you to have a cover page. It's just that I like to use the Squarespace option because cover page is a main function of the latest edition of it, that they have a bunch of different templates that you can just drag and drop and see which one works for you. But if you're not using Squarespace, you simply can just make a page that is your landing page, because in essence, a landing page is a cover page. So here we have Andrew Wilson Photography. Let's go right back into his site and load it just to see. I love the photo off the front, right off the rip. I love this photo. And then you can see that it could auto go to the next photo. We can still read his name up here. It's a very good cover page because it shows you 1, 2, 3, 4 different examples of his photography. You can then go into the site and pick people, places, miscellaneous, and weddings. That order is kind of odd, to go people, places, miscellaneous, and then weddings, because maybe you don't really care about weddings. Order is really important when you're putting together your site. And I know we're talking about cover pages right here or landing pages, but now that I see that, I really want to tell you, if weddings, miscellaneous should probably be the last thing that you show them there. So let's see another cover page. So we've got this cover page right here that shows you music type of photo. Oh, I love that. These photos are huge and impressive right off the rip. You can see that this is the lifestyle section. Let me see, if I click there, does it take me to the lifestyle section? Please take me to the lifestyle section. Victory. I think this is the lifestyle section. It is, and it's highlighted right there. That is smart. But how do I get back to the cover page again? If I want to get back to the home page, it should have a button right here, and look at that. See that? It's still there. They have a white logo. If you're going to have a white logo, you have to make sure it shows up on your page. This is a complete fail because now we lost all the branding of what this logo says. It's there. It's just white on white. It's a white logo on a white background. That isn't very good. So I would either give it a highlight, I would put a stroke around it, I would come up with some kind of other logo design that allows you to jump into the site. Jump back if you want to jump back to the cover page. I love this cover page. I like how we have these different options here with the contact, the journal, and the prints. Now we have all of these social buttons. You have to ask yourself, do you need every one of these social buttons? Why do you have a Yelp social button? Is that just so that people could give you reviews? It's an option, but what are the main ones that should be used or could be used? Again, no definitives, but your Facebook is important. Your Instagram is important. Twitter, if you use Twitter, is important. If you're big, now Pinterest is a strong one. If you're a photographer and you want stuff shared on Pinterest and put onto people's boards, one of the best marketing things, and I know we're going to talk about marketing later, is that if people could share your stuff on different boards, it may lead to you getting more jobs if you're a wedding photographer or a portrait photographer. I would encourage the heck out of you to get your stuff Pinterest ready to share over there easily. And I think Squarespace has an option that you can turn that on so any photo can be done. But this may be overkill for social buttons, personally. Moving on to the next one, we've got Jean-David Godin, or Godin. I think it's French, something like that. My French isn't very good. But this is the landing page / cover page, and and right now he has it as about page. I wouldn't do this first. Unless you're describing a business or you're describing a charity or something, I wouldn't have the landing page be about you. Especially if you're a photographer. I want you, a photographer, a videographer, a musician, I want your cover page to hit with your work. Your work is the most important thing. Yes, you're important, but if people like your work, they're going to click on your contact page to contact you to then, or your about page to find out more about you. Give them a reason to want to dig in for more. So that's why on the cover pages, I want to see photos. In this case, we have no photo. We just have this logo that I'm trying to click, and it's not clickable. To me, I want to enter the site. I want this graphic to be clickable. So here's the enter down here. It's hidden in the bottom right corner. You may miss it, but then it takes you into the site. I would consider doing a cover page for this person. Very similar to what this person did. I love this cover page, and I kind of want this to be my cover page. Make a note of that. I want to find out what template this is because I think that would be great for mine. Now, with that said, why don't we jump in there and show you how the template could work, how different templates in Squarespace could work, how easy they are to do. This is mine. I really want the other guys, so I'm going to have to figure out which one it is and then do it. But let's click on this right here because this says cover pages coming soon. You have all these different options to make changes, but here you can hit change layout. You can either select all layouts, landing, profile, audio, video, location, Twitter. There are different options that Squarespace gives you inside of here to quickly select a different template that could work for you. So if I like this one, I could hit select. And by the way, my site is live on the internet right now. The changes I make could go live only if I hit the save button. So you can see how you can jump through to different options and go, oh, you know what? I like this as a cover page. Or I like this as a cover page. So you can see how easy it is to change. All the social buttons go there. My enter me button moves. And you can also change all of these different buttons. But let me hit cancel to go back just to show you real quick where you can make some changes on these buttons. I can hit edit action. Edit action means that I can have it go to where I want it to go. Right now I have it going to my mom's photo story. If you want to check out my site, you can go to jaredpolin.com. That can take you over there. But you can see that I could select any different place to go. And that's a cool thing. Or I could change it to this. I could have, gallery 1. And you can see that it pops up there. Or I can go to gallery 2. Whatever you want it to be. And then you can link these to where you want to go. You can just see how easy it is to make these changes. That's why I'll harp on it throughout this entire thing. Why I personally use Squarespace is for the ease factor. And I'll say it a million times. You can use whatever you want. You've got all those different free ones out there. You have other pay ones out there. I just use this personally and hope you guys do as well if you're looking to build your first site. I'm going to hit cancel right here. I'm going to go back and back again. And going to go to design because you can change different things. Style editor. This is simple. I just want to show this real quick. Say I want this box to be a different color. I can select a different color. It's that simple to change it. I just like it being white. And I'm okay with it being there and interfering with my image because I want people to know this is where you enter me. You enter me right here. That's why it says that, because I'm trying to make a point to go in there. So you can see how simple that is. Let's jump back into this person's. This is another good one. But I question the enter button's location because it's just far off to the left-hand side. They have options where you could have it to the right side, you can have it in the center, and I know that they're probably thinking that if it's here on the left side, it's less of an issue than keeping it in the middle, which I can see with some of the images, but personal preference, just saying that I would rather see it right in the middle, especially for as you change the site, as you scroll the site, you see how this all happens? We'll talk about this later, but this is, what's this called, Noah, again, when you scroll a site? It's responsive. It's not parallax, it's responsive. Right, so the site's responsive. I'll talk about that more soon. Oh, here we go. Check this out. Let's see what happens when we load this guy's site. Loading. Do I hear something? We are forcing people to listen to music. I'm going to turn that off. Let me say something. The only people that should be having autoplay music maybe on a page, and this is a maybe, should be a musician. If you're a photographer, I don't want to hear music as I go through a website. I don't want it interfering with the website. I just hate auto-playing music because I'm like, where the heck is this coming from? I highly recommend that you don't have auto-playing music on your site. I don't even think you should have music on your site unless you're a musician and you want to showcase your different stuff. Oh, with that being said, let's go into those templates real quick again. Right here. I want to go into a change a template. Is there a music one here? Audio. Okay. Yes. This is what I'm talking about. Let me find a different template. We've got this. And then right here you can select different audio that you want, or we're going to select this cover page. Of course, with my background, it doesn't look good right now, but if you're a band and you put your band photo behind here and you tweak this just a little bit, you put your music in there, boom, you're letting people listen to your music right here on your page. I'm gonna hit cancel again, but that is super simple and super easy. So my recommendation for this person, get rid of that music altogether, because again, unless you own the music, you can't put like the latest Lady Gaga song there. That's kind of stealing because you're not paying for it, so you shouldn't be doing it. So I want to show you something here on my site. This is my cover page. I'm going to go ahead and click enter. And you can see right here it has jaredpolin.com because my cover page is linked. So if I click this, it takes me back to the cover page. Now, that's taking away, there's no reason for somebody to really come back to the cover page in this case when they could hover over my logo, which would take them back to the cover page. And you might be saying, well, how do I get rid of this link? Well, right here, I'm going to go, okay, let me go back. I should have been doing it here in the first place, but we're entering the site. We can see up here in Squarespace, these are the site, this is everything that is live currently online. Everything that is underneath says not linked won't show up on the web page. So you can build a page, not have it go live. In this case, I don't want this right down here to be live. So I'm going to switch it down here. I'm going to go boom. It's going to reload my page publicly. I'm going to go back into enter and it's gone. It's no longer down there in the bottom, so people won't click it. Now, like this guy's, when we go inside of it, no, see, that was interesting. When I click this, it always takes us back to the home page. You could probably unlink this to not take you back here. Again, when you get on the inside, you may want it to take you back to the home because sometimes I look and I want to get back to that page. But that was just an example on my page, how I wanted to get rid of that link, and you could see how easy it was to just drag it and drop it. If I want it to be public, if I want to make a change, I could do that, but I don't have to. I don't have to have that linked, but it's still live. So cover pages, landing pages, I think I helped you out there. That's a bunch of different options and different considerations that you could have for cover pages, what I like, what I don't like. And it comes down to what feels best for you, what type of creative you are, where you want things to be, what is the message that you're trying to get across, and where you're directing people right off the rip. I direct people to a specific gallery. Some of these other options let you scroll through the images and then go to that specific gallery. I think I need to make a change to my site, which I'm absolutely going to do when I figure out which cover page template this person's using. I'm going to work on doing that for my own page to make it better. So I hope that gives you a bunch of information on what could be on your cover page and the direction you could take people, but that is a cover page option, and we're going to move on from there. So I hope you enjoyed that excerpt from the Froknow's Photo Guide to building your online presence. Now, if you'd like to watch the entire guide for free, head on over to froknowsphoto.com/branding where you can download the entire guide.